The scene begins in quiet unease, the kind of silence that feels fragile. Rain taps against the window as Claire Dawson, weary from the day, grades essays at her kitchen table. Her daughter Emma sleeps upstairs, safe and peaceful, or so. Claire believes until the doorbell rings, shattering the calm. Luke Miller, Emma's new teacher, stands at the door, soaked and uneasy. His polite smile can't hide the tension in his eyes. He claims he's returning Emma's forgotten homework, yet his tone carries hesitation, guilt even. Claire senses something unsettling beneath his words, an emotional weight he's trying hard to conceal. As Luke turns to leave, his voice falters. "You should check what she wrote." The rain swallows his figure as he disappears into the night. Curious, Claire opens the folder. Her pulse quickens reading Emma's essay, "The Man Who Watches Our House." Every line reveals a hidden dread, a stalker's presence, and Claire's world tilts into fear and disbelief. Claire's life has settled into a fragile rhythm: work, parenting, solitude. 3 years after her divorce from Ryan, the wounds still ache beneath her calm exterior. Nights feel longer, silence heavier. Teaching literature fills her hours, but not her heart. Her world revolves around Emma, her only anchor in the emotional wreckage. Through flickering memories, we glimpse the past, Ryan's betrayal, the cruel detachment in his eyes, the bitter courtroom exchanges over custody. Those scars reshaped Claire, teaching her not to trust easily. She's learned to survive behind walls of composure, guarding her heart from disappointment and unwanted pity, yet cracks begin to show. Emma grows quieter, her bright spirit dimming. She draws strange figures, a man beneath a streetlight, always watching. Luke Miller's presence lingers uneasily. Parents whisper, Claire observes. Something connects them all, her daughter's fear, Luke's guilt, and the unsettling sense they're being watched. During the parent-teacher conference, Claire approaches Luke carefully, masking her anxiety behind polite curiosity. His words are cautious, too cautious. Emma's bright, but she's been guarded, he admits, avoiding eye contact. When he mentions her father, something dark flickers in his tone. Claire leaves unsettled, sensing unspoken truths hovering between them. That night, Luke's email arrives, brief, urgent, unsettling. On the phone, his voice trembles as he confesses Emma spoke of a man at the school gate, watching both her and Claire. Fear grips Claire instantly. Ryan's past harassment resurfaces in her mind. When she checks the home cameras, the wires are deliberately cut taut by morning. Luke has vanished. The principal claims he's on emergency leave, but the explanation feels hollow. Later that night, Claire finds a note slipped under her door. You can't protect her if you don't know the truth. The handwriting unmistakably belongs to Luke, blurring the line between warning and threat. Sleepless nights consume Claire as she pieces together fragments of Luke's past. Online searches reveal a haunting headline: local teacher cleared in child endangerment case. The article paints him as both victim and savior, blurring moral lines. Doubt festers. Is Luke a troubled soul seeking redemption or a danger? Cleverly disguised as concern, Emma's fear deepens, feeding Claire's dread. One stormy night, her daughter sobs, whispering that she's seen her father outside. The police find nothing, yet a familiar stuffed toy appears on their doorstep the next morning, one Emma lost years ago. It feels like a message, intimate and terrifying. Ryan suddenly re-enters their lives, exuding manipulative charm. He warns Claire that Luke is obsessed with her, twisting truth into suspicion. But when Luke returns, rain-soaked and desperate, his trembling words unravel everything. Ryan isn't who you think he is. Emma told me something, and it changes everything. Luke finally reveals the truth Claire feared but never imagined. Ryan has been breaking into their home, photographing them, and manipulating Emma into silence. His threats poisoned the child's innocence. When Luke tried to intervene, Ryan weaponized his influence, branding Luke a predator to bury his own crimes beneath legal power. Shattered, Claire confronts Ryan, recording the encounter on her phone. His charm dissolves into cruelty as he mocks her pain, sneering that no one would ever believe a disgraced teacher and a paranoid ex-wife. His mask slips completely when rage overtakes him, shoving Claire against the wall in fury. Emma's terrified scream pierces the room as Luke rushes in, driven by desperate protectiveness. The struggle ends when neighbors call the police. Ryan's arrest feels both surreal and liberating. Justice at last. Amid trembling relief, Claire clutches Emma, realizing that courage, not fear, finally ended their long nightmare. Weeks later, Claire takes the stand with trembling hands but unwavering voice. The recording plays, exposing Ryan's deceit and cruelty. Luke's name is cleared, his compassion finally understood. The courtroom feels heavy with truth, painful yet freeing. Justice, long delayed, finally finds its way back to the innocent. Afterward, Claire meets Luke outside the courthouse, eyes glistening with remorse. She confesses how her fear made her question him, how the past still chained her heart. Luke's quiet reply disarms her. "You didn't doubt me. You protected your daughter." That's strength, not weakness. Healing begins in that simple truth. Life slowly steadies. Therapy softens Claire's guarded edges. Laughter returns to the house as Emma's light rekindles. The nights are peaceful again. Between Claire and Luke, no promises or romance, only mutual respect and the quiet comfort of two people who survived, changed, and found hope and honesty. 1 month later, the rain returns, gentle, cleansing, no longer ominous. Claire sits at her familiar kitchen table, grading papers beneath the soft glow of a lamp. The rhythmic tapping against the glass mirrors the night everything changed. But this time, the silence feels warm, not watchful. The fear is gone, the doorbell rings again, echoing the past, but instead of dread, laughter follows. Emma bursts in, drenched and beaming, her backpack swinging. She hands Claire a folded essay, cheeks flushed with joy. "I wrote this for you," she says shyly. The title reads, "The Woman Who Saw the Truth." Claire unfolds the paper slowly, her heart tightening at the final line. Sometimes the scariest things hide behind the people who smile. But my mom learned to look beyond smiles, and that saved us both. Tears glisten as she looks out at the rain. No shadows, only peace, reflection, and rebirth.